Water is a source of life. It is essential in all living things such as animals, human, and plants. Much of the water we count on for daily living, such as cooking, bathing, and other routine activities, is supplied from rivers, lakes, and other surface water sources. In short, fresh water is one of the most vital resources for all life on Earth. But still, we didn't appreciate the significance of it that ends in pollution. 8 million metric tons of plastic trash enters the sea from land every year, the equivalent of 5 plastic bags filled with trash for every foot of coastline in the world. Water pollution became a major crisis. Factories found water sources, especially rivers, a convenient means of waste disposal, and resulting more animals died. Water pollution occurs when harmful substances, often chemicals or microorganisms, contaminate a stream, river, lake, ocean, aquifer, or other body of water, degrading water quality and rendering it toxic to humans or to the environment. 80% of the world's wastewater is dumped and largely untreated back into the environment, polluting water. So now, let's know the causes of water pollution. It can be natural causes, sometimes volcanoes, animal waste, algae, and silt from floods that causes water pollution. Human causes. Some human causes for water pollution are sewage, fertilizers and pesticides from farms, waste from factories and construction sites. Acid rain can turn lakes acidic and it kills fish and other animals. Oil spillage. Oil spills generally happen in the ocean and cause many devastating effects to animals, plants, and humans. After knowing the causes, let's proceed to the effects. Water pollution has some very serious effects on nature and all living things. Let's know a few of the major effects of water pollution. Water pollution causes the death of fish and many other aquatic animals, as polluted water has toxic substances that are harmful for aquatic life. Moreover, the waste that comes from factories also increases the temperature of the water in water bodies, which is called a thermal pollution. An increased temperature reduces the amount of oxygen in water, because of which the amount of aquatic life in a water body reduces. Drinking polluted water can cause diseases like cholera, typhoid, diarrhea, hepatitis A, lead poisoning, malaria, polio, fluorosis, intestinal worms. The consumption of highly contaminated water can cause injury to the heart and kidneys. Toxins in water can harm aquatic organisms, thus breaking a link in the food chain. Urea, animal manure, vegetable peelings are food for algae, and polluted water has all these things. So algae grows according to how much waste is there in the water source. And the algae also reduces the amount of oxygen in the water. This decreased oxygen causes harm to other organisms living in the water. Birds that get into oil, contaminated water, die from exposure to cold water, and air due to their feather damage. Other animals too are affected when they eat dead fish in contaminated streams. Oil spills occur if oil tanker ships are not properly built to survive accidents at the sea. Oil spill devastate ecosystem and also affects tourism. Oil spill affects the cost of community rather than the people responsible for the oil spill. The dispose of sewage waste and water bodies affects us all. As the water pollutes and the people who bathe or surf in such waters may fall ill. It poisons the shellfish that grows near the shores, and people who eat the poisoned shellfish may fall sick or even die. Aquifers feed our rivers and supply much of our drinking water, but they too can become polluted as all the chemicals added to the crops as fertilizers, pesticides, and insecticides reach the groundwater through seepage. Groundwater pollution is much less obvious than surface water pollution. So how can we stop or prevent water pollution? It's not easy to prevent or stop water pollution. We need to take several steps in different spheres. Let's learn a few steps that can be taken to prevent water pollution. Making people to be aware of the problem, that is, educate people about the water pollution and its effect, is the first step towards solving it. As greater public awareness can make a positive difference. Making laws to prevent water pollution. All countries should make strict laws that will prevent pollution. For example, sewage waste should not be allowed to drain into water bodies without its treatment. All the sewage drains should first lead to treatment plants. Sewage water is treated to make it free from contaminants, and then only it should be discharged into any water body. Water pollution has transboundary. The other step is individual approach to prevent water pollution. We should use environment-friendly detergent. We should not pour oil in wastewater drains. We should reduce the use of pesticides, weedicides, and fertilizers in farming areas. We should not pour household cleaning products like paint, motor oil, cleaning solvents, ammonia, pool chemicals in the drains, as we know drains too ultimately leads to water bodies. Never flush any medicine in toilets. Use as less chemicals as possible in your garden. Actions can be taken at community level too, like cleaning out beaches through litter pick programs. Just picking up waste and litter wherever it is spotted can be very useful in keeping debris and pollutants out of the water. Avoid plastic when possible, as plastic bags in oceans and seas is the major pollutants. So let's stop destroying it. Through these small steps, we can make a big difference. If we will work as a team, we will make the water clean again and all living things will be safe and make our world a better place to live.
Sink or swim again, I'll give you my hand.
To end this, let me leave this quotation to you who watching this video from Odin, that thousands have lived without love, not one without water.
We'll catch a glimpse of light when the stars are out tonight. We can make